Imagine stepping into your garden this fall and seeing a harvest more abundant than ever before. Sound impossible? It's not. We're about to show you exactly what to plant right now and the game-changing soil preparation techniques that will make your autumn garden dreams a reality. This isn't just about planting, it's about setting your garden up for spectacular success. The surprising truth about fall is that it's not the end of your gardening season, it's actually a new beginning that sets the stage for extraordinary success. While most gardeners are cleaning up and putting their tools away, savvy growers understand that autumn presents a unique window of opportunity that can transform your entire garden ecosystem. The cooler temperatures and more consistent moisture create ideal conditions for root establishment, allowing plants to focus their energy on developing strong foundation systems rather than battling summer heat stress. When you plant in fall, you're essentially giving your plants a head start that money can't buy. The soil is still warm from summer's heat, which encourages rapid root growth, while the cooler air temperatures reduce transplant shock and water stress. This combination creates what experienced gardeners call the sweet spot, conditions that allow plants to establish themselves thoroughly before winter dormancy sets in. Come spring, while your neighbors are just starting to plant, your fall-established plants will already have mature root systems ready to explode into vigorous growth the moment temperatures warm up. The science behind fall planting success lies in understanding plant physiology. During cooler months, plants naturally shift their energy from top growth to root development. This biological imperative means that every fall planting becomes an investment in next year's garden performance. Trees, shrubs, and perennials planted in autumn develop root systems that are often twice as extensive as those planted in spring, creating plants that are more drought-tolerant, nutrient-efficient, and resilient to environmental stresses. Revitalizing your soil in autumn is perhaps the most impactful investment you can make in your garden's future productivity. The key to exceptional soil lies in understanding that healthy soil is a living ecosystem teeming with beneficial microorganisms, and fall is the perfect time to feed and nurture this underground community. Start by conducting a simple soil test to understand your soil's pH and nutrient levels. This information becomes your roadmap for targeted improvements that will pay dividends for years to come. The magic of autumn soil preparation begins with adding organic matter, and there's no better time to incorporate compost, aged manure, or leaf mold into your garden beds. These amendments not only provide essential nutrients but also improve soil structure, creating the perfect balance of drainage and water retention that plants crave. Work these materials into the top 6 to 8 inches of soil, allowing them to integrate naturally over the winter months. The freeze-thaw cycles of winter will help break down organic matter further, creating a rich, crumbly soil texture that roots can easily penetrate come spring. Don't overlook the power of cover crops as a soil-building strategy. Plants like crimson clover, winter rye, and Austrian peas can be sown in empty garden beds to prevent soil erosion while simultaneously fixing nitrogen and adding organic matter. These living mulches work tirelessly throughout the cooler months, improving soil structure and suppressing weeds naturally. When spring arrives, simply chop and drop these cover crops to create an instant mulch layer that feeds the soil as it decomposes. Weed management in fall is crucial because many perennial weeds use the autumn period to store energy in their root systems. By addressing weeds now, you're preventing next spring's problems before they start. Hand-pulling weeds when the soil is moist from autumn rains is far easier than battling established weeds in compacted summer soil. Focus on removing the entire root system of perennial weeds like dandelions and plantain, as any root fragments left behind will regenerate into new plants. The world of fall planting opens up a treasure trove of possibilities that many gardeners never explore. Cool season vegetables are the unsung heroes of autumn gardening, thriving in temperatures that would stress warm season crops. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula actually become sweeter after experiencing light frosts, as the cold triggers plants to convert starches into sugars as a natural antifreeze mechanism. These crops can continue producing fresh greens well into winter in many climates, extending your harvest season significantly. Root vegetables planted now will develop slowly and steadily, concentrating flavors in ways that quick-growing spring plantings simply cannot match. Carrots, beets, and radishes sown in early autumn develop complex, intense flavors as they mature during cooler weather. The key is selecting varieties specifically bred for fall planting. These cultivars are genetically programmed to handle shorter day lengths and cooler temperatures that would cause standard varieties to bolt or develop poorly. The bulb bonanza of fall planting creates next spring's spectacular displays while requiring minimal effort from you. Tulips, daffodils, crocuses, and hyacinths need the cold treatment that only winter can provide, making fall planting not just beneficial but absolutely necessary for spring blooms. When selecting bulbs, choose the largest, firmest specimens you can find, as these contain the most stored energy for robust spring growth. Plant bulbs at a depth 3 times their height, and remember that well-drained soil is crucial to prevent rot during winter months. Perennial powerhouses established in fall become the backbone of low-maintenance gardening. Plants like peonies, hostas, and ornamental grasses use the autumn months to develop extensive root systems that support vigorous spring growth. Fall-planted perennials often bloom more profusely in their first spring than those planted later in the season, simply because they've had more time to establish themselves. Consider native perennials for your region, as these plants are naturally adapted to local climate conditions and will require less maintenance once established. Timing your fall plantings requires understanding your specific microclimate and hardiness zone, but the general principle is to plant 6 to 8 weeks before your average first hard frost date. This timing allows plants to establish adequate root systems before winter dormancy sets in. Watering wisdom in fall, differs significantly from summer irrigation strategies. While plants need consistent moisture to establish roots, the cooler temperatures and typically higher humidity mean they require less frequent but more thorough watering. Mulch becomes your garden's best friend during the transition from fall to winter, serving multiple critical functions that protect your autumn investments. Planning ahead for spring success starts with observing how your fall plantings perform and taking notes for future reference. Keep a garden journal documenting what you planted, when you planted it, and how it performed throughout the winter. This information becomes invaluable for refining your fall planting strategies in subsequent years. Your autumn garden efforts create a foundation for years of gardening success, transforming your understanding of what's possible when you work with natural seasonal rhythms rather than against them. The plants you establish now will reward you with vigorous growth, extended harvests, and reduced maintenance requirements that honestly make gardening more enjoyable and sustainable. Ready to unlock your garden's autumn potential? Subscribe to the Living Soil Lab for more game-changing gardening strategies, and don't forget to share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover the hidden treasures of fall planting. Your future garden self will thank you for starting this journey today.